Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Thursday, December 4th, 2025, and I want to talk about dark truth. It's an interesting subject. And I present to you a combination of things. I say dark truth about what you see here. I won't say the word. It says birth control really messed up so many people. Why is that? And acetaminophen depletes glutathione, I say. Metformin depletes vitamin B12 and folate. Statins depletes CoQ10. Beta blockers depletes melatonin. Antacids depletes vitamin B12, D, and calcium. Miralax depletes vitamins A, D, E, and K. SSRIs deplete melatonin and sodium. Oral birth control depletes calcium, folate, magnesium, and many B vitamins. Antibiotics deplete all major fat and water-soluble vitamins. Minerals. Steroids depletes vitamin D and calcium. That's an interesting thing. Tied to, makes me think about mitochondria, vitamin D. Diuretics deplete sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. In order for your body to produce testosterone, you need to have zinc, and that's for both men and women. So if you have taken diuretics, well then, your body's not processing the zinc to help with hormones. And what can you eat to provide zinc inside the body? Well, hemp hearts is one of those things. It's one of the things I like. But then also too, I make a comment here on this particular post, and how much of this in the list above, these pharmaceuticals, are in the water you drink? It's an interesting question, because I'll tell you, deuterium-free water, none of that's in here. And is it one of the reasons why I've got as much energy as I do? It's one thing to drink the cleanest and most absorbable water by way of the bond angle. And don't tell me, oh, it's snake oil. Because my body's ability to recover after putting it through paces, I've been thinking about doing another style of fitness test to kind of check my ability to recover, because I'm already seeing that in the Feel It Friday sessions that I have been doing for the last several months. And it helps, I'll tell you, the cleanest and most absorbable. Because I think back to the days of 10 years ago when I was doing the same kind of workouts and I'd be gassed, out of breath, no energy, and just it was a struggle. Like it's one thing to build the strength, but it's another thing to actually keep it, because your body goes up and down as well. And when you have certain conditions, let's say feast or famine and so forth, your body is going to adapt naturally. It's going to compensate. And this is one of those things I talk about, compensation, all the time, because your body does it without you even knowing. And it's one thing to supplement, let's say, taking vitamins and everything, but if your body's not in a position where it can actually absorb these supplements, and if it has to do with the water you're drinking, it's going to play a role. Another example here, this lady writes, I suspect this is mast cell activation syndrome, but have not yet been diagnosed. This happens around this time every year, and I found this post today, December 4th, 2025, and this lady just posted it today. And she says, and I get diagnosed with contact dermatitis. I can feel the initial symptoms beginning right now, itchiness of the eyes, mild swelling, and would like to prevent it from progressing. Does anyone have experience with this and have supplements/treatment that work to prevent the progression? Thank you. My first question to this post, I actually commented on this actual post. I said, where do you live? And the reason being is because the person says every year the same thing happens. I'm thinking, okay, there's a pattern, number one. So where do they live on this continent? And I'm assuming it's in North America. If they live in the northern states, Minnesota, Oregon, Michigan, New York, I'm just thinking some of the northern states. There's Connecticut, and I apologize, I don't know all the states. I know many of the names, but Canadian, right? So Montana is another state. Then there's North Minnesota, no, not Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. And if you live near the 49th parallel, you'll know that the weather's changing. The sunlight's going away. And could the sunlight, the lack of sunlight, be causing this? Or does this lady live in Alaska, farther north? Then, of course, she's going to have a situation where the sun is not there. And is there a potential solution for this woman to help her out? I think so. I think it could be just as simple as this. The X39, which I myself am wearing. Today is day number 234. And could it help this woman? I think so. Because if she answers any of my questions, where do you live? Then this could be the ticket to help her prevent this from progressing, this condition. Combine it with the cleanest and most absorbable, now you're winning. Because the water is crucial for mitochondria development. Crucial. And I say this because someone else also reached out to me. I'll touch on that last. Someone messages me directly and asks about their daughter, their kid, their child, having Kearns-Sayre syndrome, KSS, which is a rare mitochondrial disorder characterized by a triad of progressive external PEOs, which is ophthalmoplegic, pigmentary, retinopathy, and onset before the age of 20. The person asks, is there something I can do? So I thought, okay, I'm going to read what kind of conditions. It results from large-scale deletions in mitochondrial DNA, which impair oxidative phosphorylation or phosphorylation and lead to cellular energy defects or deficits, particularly affecting high-energy demand tissues like the brain, muscles, and eyes. So I think to myself, okay, well, what am I doing that's increasing the brain, muscles, and eyes? Well, I'll tell you, water is the cleanest and most absorbable, plays a crucial role in helping the cells strengthen itself, not only from a cellular standpoint, but the immune system, the nervous system, the respiratory system, the circulatory system. The water is numero uno. And if the water you're drinking is any bit radioactive, if there's any radioactivity in it, it's going to have a negative effect on anything else that you're doing. If it's supplements, it could just say, no, I can't use these supplements because they're not being absorbed. Well, if your water is tainted with acetaminophen, that depletes glutathione in the body. Well, glutathione is the master antioxidant that the body produces to get rid of things that are not supposed to be there. Okay? And so if you exercise and you sweat, well, that could be your glutathione actually assisting that process, and you're sweating it out, getting rid of it. Is that a good thing? Yeah. Why do people stink when they sweat? You're getting rid of toxins. It's one of those things. It's a cause and effect. So, with this person saying, you know, what can I do to help their kid? First is the water. The second thing that I would look at is the X39, and the reason being is because it helps with resetting genes inside the body at the mitochondrial level. So it assists with the copper peptide that you're born with. It's called the GHK, copper peptide. You are born with it. You don't need to inject it. No. You don't do that. You want to support it with things that your body knows what to do. And when you do that, then you turn on that light like this. It's like hitting the light switch and bing, you know, your lights turn on. And your body says, ah, yes, I know what to do with this. And then when you support that peptide inside your body with the cleanest and most absorbable, throw in some soluble minerals, vitamins. Now all of a sudden you start layering things up like this and building the foundation for your body to succeed. That's the key to good health. And when you provide the cleanest and most absorbable water, which I call deuterium free, with a molecular bond angle of 114 degrees, that water is absorbed very fast. And when I go to skip, the water doesn't bounce in my stomach. I don't feel it. And I'll be skipping, 10 minutes? And I don't feel the water bouncing. I just had a full glass. This is a good, solid 12 ounces, if not more. And does it play a role in your overall well-being? It does. So if any doctor says, oh, they're going to discredit water, then you got to think about it, okay? If somebody's going into the hospital to get chemotherapy treatments, they're putting a whole bunch of radioactivity inside the body to kill cells instead of rebuilding them. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. How many people go through chemotherapy and they lose their hair and all this, and then they never get it back? Well, because they're killing cells. They're not helping them. So what do you need to help your cells with? The cleanest and most absorbable. And then add the process of photobiomodulation, which is from light. And you get this 12 hours a day, telling the body, turn on, turn on, turn on. It's a low level. It's non-invasive. Super safe. And you'll see how it works. I'm telling you. It helps the body. Can it solve your problems? If you have the water, you're going to be in a position. Now with this kid that's 10 years old, if the kid is growing, that means there's still mitochondria development. You just need to fix it. And it might require an additional thing, which is that master antioxidant, the glutathione. Which, my mouse is not moving here now. I'm going to show you. Which is, here, I'll go, you want to get into the YH bundle. Which is this guy. You want the YH Renew. Okay? The YH Renew is the phototherapy patch that increases glutathione naturally inside the body up to 300%. So if you do not have access to the water, the cleanest and most absorbable, that is what I would be looking at, is the glutathione to help the body clear out whatever is blocking the body from naturally reproducing good mitochondria. Combine it with the X39, and the combination of the two are going to be put the body in a position where it's creating an environment that's positive. And you can supercharge that with the water. The water is a very, very important piece. Now, you have to make the water. There's no other way around it. You either buy the machine to make it yourself, or you get somebody to send it to you. Now, you can take 20 drops of the water and put it into a glass. Let's say this is spring water, and I take 20 drops of 114 degree molecular bond angle water and put it in. Stir it with a spoon, okay? If the water is a little bit cold, the spring water, wait a few minutes, okay? Stir it, and then drink the water. And what happens is that the molecular bond angle of 114 degrees cascades, means it changes the spring water to match the properties of the 20 drops. That's how powerful that water is. And a lot of people say, oh, it's fake. Yeah. No. Say it to ask the question to the inventor of the machine who did it for himself. He will tell you he's born in 1930 and he's still walking around today. That's who I use my eyes and my ears to say, okay, who's telling me the truth? He is. Born in 1930? And there's nothing anybody can say to me that the water doesn't do anything for me. Because I know what it felt like exercising 10 years ago and being gassed and doing the same things today and having more energy. at 10 years older, it's got to tell you something. That's why it's so important to pay attention to how things affect you. Listen to your body. It's very important. If you want to learn more about the water itself, you can go to unlockyourBioenergy.GoDaddySites.com. So you see that QR code right there? Scan that QR code right there, yeah, and it'll take you to the website, which you'll see here. You'll see these buttons. Okay, so these ones here, you know, this is the website where if you click on this one, it'll take you to Start X39. So there's basically information in terms of how the patch technology was invented and how it is helping people around the world. There's studies and so forth. It's superb what it can do to help this person with Kearns-Sayre syndrome. That's what I would be doing. As a father, that's what I would do. To place an order, go here. And you can get the patches within a week's time. They ship worldwide. And I'm pretty sure you could probably find it in... So what I'm going to do is just change the country. You know, like you look here where the countries are. I'm sure you can get it. And oh yeah, I meant to show that here. Here, there's the countries. So you see, wherever you are in the world, the likelihood of getting the X39 is there. So there's really no excuse not to try it, especially if you're trying to save somebody. That's what I would be looking at. And if you really want the water from me, send me a message. Ask for it. I'll prepare it. I'll ship it to you. I'll package it up in food saver bags, which I've got, and then they will ship safely in the cold as well. Okay, and when you get them, just poke a hole, cut a hole, open the bag, pour it into a glass bottle, and then add 20 drops to your glass. Okay, it's as simple as that, and you'll see the combination of the three things can help. And lastly, there's this device. It's kind of like they say, oh, you make your skin good, you know. Use it like a razor on your face. And it's supposed to treat the skin in a positive way, you know, to help it regenerate. For all those women out there who say, oh, I want to have nice skin. Yeah. Look. See? Is this changing color? That's what I'm curious to be. If it's going to go younger, reverse, or don't change at all. Because there's a variety of different products that are coming out now that are following the fish that's leading the pack, if you want to call it. And it's interesting to see all these other products now that are trying to catch up. But if there's one thing that will not change, is water. It doesn't change on itself. So you need to have something that is what I call the cleanest and most absorbable. That will always need to be a staple in your overall health and well-being, because without water, you don't have. When I talk about water, it's about the hydrogen. Oxygen goes up and down, because if you stop breathing, you're done. Right? You cut off circulation, you ain't living. You're done. So, if there's anything that's important, it will be water. I'm just going to plug this camera in here. That needs to stay constant. So, make sure you're drinking the cleanest and most absorbable, and that's going to help you. So with that, today's workout, I'm going to be doing a 9-minute warm-up. Got the metronome. I'm going to set the tempo at froze. Seemed like it did. Come on. There we go. So, I'm going to set it at not 133, 132. Timer is going to be for 9 minutes. To turn on the heart rate monitor. And this is the only device that I wear for the 20 minutes that I do, or half an hour. I do not wear an Apple Watch or smartwatch of any sort. I used to, but not anymore. I stopped wearing it. Now it's going to be almost 5 years, if not, yeah, good 5 years. So, makes a difference. Let's begin. The warm-up's going to be 9 minutes, and the final 2 minutes of the warm-up, that is when I will be I'll do a high-intensity push. Yesterday I did legs. When I stretched the quads today, I can feel them. So they did a good solid effort on the quads. I can feel the glutes too. feel the water bouncing in my stomach, which is also very good. I realized that closer to the camera today than yesterday. I moved the white acrylic here in the floor. Try to practice some double under crisscrosses. Yeah. There, the double under crisscross is really hard. It's quite hard to do. But when you get it, it's pretty rewarding. Oh my goodness. I'm doing a ladder, 7. Now 8. Oh goodness. It's a nice little variation in kind of a jumping jack slash crisscross. I'm going to try to do double speed, so I'm going to increase down to 60. So, today's exercise is going to be shoulders, rotator, and traps. So I'm going to start with the rotator, or rear deltoid. So what I'm going to do is crisscross these. I've got a blue band today, so I'm going to really try to put a lot of emphasis on the rear deltoid. Alright. I'm just going to what I'm also going to do is take this weight, and that way I can use it as a support to help prevent my body from sliding off of the vibration plate. Alright, so 2-minute recovery is done. So I'm going to crisscross the blue bands, so making an X with them from the anchor point as they are going one. My right is connected to that side, my left is connected to that side, and I've attached it at the elbow. And take a secondary band which is anchored higher. Here we go. So, yeah. Let's a little bit more. rotation at this part here. Boy, I can really feel the wow. Oh my. So here I'm holding it at adding the rotation. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh my. Wow. It is. Those rear delts are fatigued. Next up is, okay, I'm going to move this bench, so I'm going to switch to a medial delt. Okay, medial deltoid. So, I got a red band. Okay, that is combined with the green one here on the door anchors. So I want the band to be on the outside, underneath the toe. Yeah, just like that. Now I'm going to take the red band and crisscross them, so that way the tension starts at the beginning of the range of motion. So there's tension here already. And then I'm going to add a second band to finish it off. Oh my. I'm going to go a little bit more slack. Yeah, there we go. So I can feel it there. Now it's nice and even. And begin. Here we go. Oh. That's what. Oh, slice reps. Ha. Jeff. Gosh, oh my. Oh my. Oh. as if I'm lying on the ground, on my side on the ground, lifting the weights right off my side of the torso, and the resistance is there. Now I'm standing. Oh. Wow, the burn. I can feel the medial delts pulling on the traps because they are connected. Wow. Narrower, a little bit less tension. Wow. Alright, next up is going to be the front deltoids. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit here by taking the doorstop out of one of the doorstops out of the red, take one of the ankle straps, and I'm going to build a second there we go. And with this, I'm going to take a green band here, and I'm going to attach it to a lower anchor point, just slightly. This is going to be just above my knees. And what happens is that I'm going to use this as part of, yeah, so it's going to be somewhere here. I have to move. So I'm going to take this green band, split it in half, and I'm going to stand in front of the wall here, as I just did. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this green band and attach it to my elbows here and hold it in position. And what it's going to do is start pulling on the deltoid from behind, and then full range of motion. So it's going to be combining two elements here to get a full stretch of the deltoid at the beginning of the rep with vibration, and then completing the that fell off. Completing the movement with the band at the top, so you're getting full contraction from beginning to end. And what I'm going to do is step on the door anchors here, and I get myself in position. And hopefully that doesn't move. I can grab this. It's kind of cumbersome, but it's worth it. Now, make sure this is even, so that way you're getting hit. Put this here on the elbow, second one here on the elbow. So I'm getting tension here at the bottom. Now, combining it with the band, and now full tension for the, there we go. And up, so Here we're getting tension as the elbows move forward. And then up through the wrist. And using the bands this way, I'm not adding any additional weight to the vibration plate, putting wear and tear on the machine itself. So it makes for a very effective training tool. Hold it. More forward. Elbows closer in. My elbows were flaring out. I could see it compensating. So by here, I'm trying to go this way. Oh my goodness. No. One more rep. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Next is going to be, I'm going to do the rotator. So this time I'm going to do a double green, so it's going to be heavier than what I did last week. I did just the single red hand, which is 8. So today I'm going to do 10. Alright. Somewhere here, I think, for resistance, or distance, should I say. I just realized I need to raise this here just a little bit to match my elbow height. I think that's going to be where it needs to be. Grabbing a pool noodle. Alright, there's adequate distance. Here we go. It's more than last week. Wow. It's already burning. Wow. Oh my goodness. Gosh. Oh. Gosh. Oh. Oh my. Gosh. Oh. What is this? Over. Still half a minute left. Oh my. Gosh. Gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't even move it past here. It's just, the muscle is done. Okay, now the stronger side, which is my left. And yes, it is my stronger side. Let's see how long it takes for this one fatigues. Same thing, more or less. Oh my. Wow. Alright, last exercise is going to be the traps, where I'm going to take the orange band, this is the 30 pound, and just put it underneath my feet, and use the traps to pull it up. Just going to go a little bit wider. So I'm doing a farmer's walk now. You know, if you're walking, you're going to be bouncing like this. So this is acting as if I'm running really fast with that wheelbarrow down the street. Look at that crazy guy. Wow. Just gonna, yeah, good. Feels good. Hold it up here, full contraction. Now letting it down a little bit. I don't know what hurts more, my hands or my traps. Full stretch on the traps. Now pulling them back up. Explosive rip, down, now full stretch and explosive up, down, and that's a wrap. So 38 minutes, all done. So I'm going to turn this metronome off. Let's have a look at what heart rate results were. So today's date, December 4th, 2025. Starting time was at 1:54 Mountain Standard Time. Oh, I don't want to do that. And then for maximum heart rate, I hit just 163 today, at the very end. So it's interesting to see how my heart rate fluctuates. My maximum heart rate fluctuates from day to day. And for me, I think about what I ate the day before, and does it have an effect on that? And I think the answer is yes. So yesterday I had some homemade soup with 114 degree molecular bond angle water. So I think the storages of oxygen are higher overall because of that. I had 3 bowls of soup, so about 3 cereal bowls, and it was made with beef chunks and some cabbage, I think. So I'm getting the different electrolytes and minerals, and I think some beets as well. So does that have an effect on my maximum heart rate? I think so. I think it did. Because my beginning heart rate was just above 50. So, and to be going up 3 times that in the span of 9 minutes, it's quite good. And then my recovery right back down at the end of 2 minutes. So, and it basically stayed that way for the rest of the workout. So you can see I track heart rates every single day, and to show you that, hey, I'm as real as a heart attack. The water that I drink, the deuterium free with a molecular bond angle of 114 degrees plays a role, and combine that with the X39, it's a pretty unbeatable combination to not only strengthen your body, you live well, you live well, live young, and live well, live long, and live young. And that comes directly from LifeWave. So if that slogan rings a bell with you, I encourage you to scan the QR code right here and make your first purchase of X39 and join me for your free workout and see if you can keep up with this old fart, 49 years old. I'm doing pretty good, I think, and you can too. So don't wait too long. Or if you want to start in January, get yourself the X39. It'll help keep you motivated and focused because you'll feel the effects of it. It's a good thing. And then you'll stick with it. And then you don't need to have any injections or anything like that. Stick with the X39 and you're well on your way to living well, living long, and living young.